How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to my channel, and today's video is going to be focusing more on the more modern copper mines of the early mid to late 1800s. Now, at the peak boom of copper mining in the Upper Peninsula, there were over 200 operating mines. Now, that being said, the ancient miners, 3,000 to 5,000 plus years ago, was the source of copper for the entire Midwest, possibly the entire country. They traded to the north, to the south, and some theories are that the copper was traded to Europe and fueled the Bronze Age. But we're not getting that today. Today, I'm just going to be sharing videos of me on my hike looking for some mines in the area. Some of these mines are documented in books you can find nowadays, and others are not. Unfortunately, I was only able to get to one mine on this trip, but I have a lot more coming down the road. I will not be disclosing the names or locations of these mines due to the fact that I don't want to be responsible if someone went in and got injured and blamed me for telling them where to go. So, hate me, whatever, don't care, call me a gatekeeper. I don't really care. But I will say they're in Ontonagon County. If you want to go look for them yourself online, great, but I'm not going to tell you where to go. This will be episode 1 of a continued series on this subject of finding mines. And the reason I'm adding this to my things to do is because I've always been interested in mining, ancient or more modern. And most of these mine sites were sunk on top of ancient mining pits. And that's one of the ways they decided to dig where they decided to dig and drill into the rock. Now, this first mine began operation in the winter of 1856. 3 considerable shafts were sunk into the side of a ridge line. Number 1 shaft was a vertical shaft for 75 feet and then angled in. Number 2 shaft was 45-degree angle, 150 feet deep. And the number 3 shaft was also a 45-degree angle. I know for a fact I found one of the shafts, and there were some other diggings, lots and lots of test pits, but I'm not quite sure if I wandered around enough to find the rest of the actual shafts. Plus, a lot of these areas were filled in with debris and leaves just from being unused for 150 years. But without further ado, we're going to get right into the video. Hope you enjoy. Hey, what's up? So you're driving around in some logging roads. There's allegedly some old mine sites from the 1800s back here. And it's interesting, what's pretty neat about these mine sites are one of the many in the UP that were sunk on where old ancient copper mining pits were. So I'm gonna try to find where this old mining area is. Not really any good maps to go off of. I have some coordinates, but we'll see how accurate they are. So you can see it's a dirt road out here, kind of gloomy out today. Hopefully it doesn't rain at all, but there's this spot my cousin and I were researching the area, and I'm going out today kind of scout it out before we do any really good digging into the place. Well, not digging, but deeper exploration. So I'm out here today to see how easy it is to get to, or how hard it is, if we can get to it by foot, or if we need 4-wheelers. We'll see. I found a trail here. Somewhat near where the coordinates were for the mine area, but I don't stumble upon someone's bait pile for deer season, even though it's a ways out yet. But it didn't look like there's much use in here recently, so should be okay. Definitely off a slightly beaten path now. It's hiking through the woods. Sun peaks out. It's a beautiful day. But it's so quiet out here. It's nice. Should be very close to where the alleged site is. So Haven't really seen any sign of mining yet, but according to the GPS, we're close. Hope we find something. That's weird. A big lump in the middle of the woods here. Could be just an old stump. It's gotten covered over the years, but I don't know. I don't usually find stuff like that randomly. It was kind of weird. Got a couple more of those. Looks mound dug out for stumps. Could have been maybe dug out of this little ridge here. Maybe this could be an old ancient mine. I don't know. There's so many divots and over here it's hard to tell what could be test mine pit or an ancient pit or just a natural pit. Well, coordinates say I'm right on top of it, but there's really nothing here. There's a ridge line, looks like a hill goes down over here. I'm gonna go check that out. First, I'm gonna walk around up here and see what's going on with the information that I have. Looks like something might have been here before. Until all the stuff dug out. There was something here, I think it's not here anymore. Still haven't found anything. I found a survey marker for the national forest. So I don't continue too far. I don't want to be private property. Just getting a little quick. Mosquitoes are bad again. Summer in the north. So I think these coordinates were a bust. Huh. All right, well, I guess on to the next one. A little disappointing, it took a long time to get in here, but try again, right? Still haven't found any caves yet, but there's this interesting ditch that goes through here. It's right inside this bluff here. Look along it and see where it goes. Areas definitely, you can tell, from work. Looks like more modern. Well, mid 1800s is modern compared to the ancient copper mining, but that's a ditch. I'm curious. Usually there's supposed to be a bunch of more buildings and stuff out here, or at least locations of where they were, but I haven't found anything of the sort. So I don't know. And that's where the ditch ends. So I have no idea what that would have been from. Head up over this ridge, see if there's anything. A lot of trails and roads, old roads through here. Could be just logging too, I'm not sure. This is definitely a pit. You can tell all the rocks that pull out of there. Whether or not this was an ancient one or just a test pit, the 1800s, I don't know. But I know this area of the mine location would have sunk their mines on top of the pits from the ancient miners. It's pretty neat. There's one, there's bound to be more. Hike around here for a bit more, I guess. Another one of those trenches going down this way. Only found that one pit. Didn't find any caves that are allegedly supposed to be here. So I'm gonna call this one a wash. Try to find the next. Hold on, I'm stuck. The next one on the list that's decently close. So this might not be a ancient copper mining video again, more of a exploring the UP, you know, in the woods. I still think it's just as relevant because these more modern mines were dug and sunk on ancient mine pits. I'm still on the hunt to find one of those old ancient mine pits. I had one confirmed that I found, so hopefully find something soon. So, mosquitoes. After a bit, I went back to my truck and had to go to town to get some service. Did a little bit more research, and I was right next to it the whole time. Just had to walk a little further. It was on the south side of the bluff. Let's see, pit down here. And a pit down here, and you can see it's the opening to the cave. I'm not sure if I want to take the chance of going down there and digging it out because it's at a 45-degree angle, about 100 feet deep. Ooh, this one over here. Looks like this is just a test pit, a vertical pit. That's pretty neat. Tell over time it's filled in a lot. I believe this was mid 1800s. Careful down here. Yeah, look at that. Kind of want to throw a rock, but it didn't make it. Oh, filled with water. But it's pretty deep. Filled with water all the way down. Found some more of the pits. I got a trench that runs all the way down. Must have been following, I think they were following a vein of copper. Oh, it's pretty cool. Let's get in for a closer look. There's another one of the smaller test pits. All over the place. I was reading the book that I had about these. It said that they chose to mine here because they found veins of copper and impressions that appeared to be the ancient mining pits. So, so they chose this spot. Lock down there. Slag from they pulled out. That's like the end of it. I'm sure there's more along this ridge. I'm gonna keep continuing on, but jumped out of here. Yeah. After a few hundred years, it's filled in quite a bit. It's probably a lot deeper. Oh, I almost lost my backpack. Tell how soft all the ground is underneath me, how much rotting leaves and sticks over the years. Yeah, found it. Be back here again, probably to metal detect around a little bit more. My cousin, he's the one that did a lot of the research on where to find these places, so pretty cool. All right, that one was a success. I found the pit, the mine I was looking for. Surveyed the entire area, didn't find anything of note, but there's one more spot a few miles down the road I want to check out. So I haven't been in that area at all, but it's along a bluff, also along a river, so it's good potential for hopefully finding some ancient mines as well as the more modern mid-1800s mines that I'm looking for right now. So let's go find out. All right, we're heading down a Forest Service road on the way to a site that there's allegedly two different mine operations from the 1800s. Now, these ones weren't mentioned in my book, so I don't have a lot of details on them, but my cousin Tyler, he has been doing a lot of research up here in the UP and down by him in central Wisconsin, trying to find any mounds that aren't, any burial mounds that aren't marked on maps or as heritage sites, and keep an eye out for that down the road. That's gonna be a pretty cool one. And he has a lot of time to kill when he's at work, so he just scours the internet and looks at maps, and kind of the same stuff that I do on my downtime when I'm not out here or working. So yeah, this one's gonna be interesting because, like I said, I don't have a lot of information on it, but see if I can even find it. That's another factor in this, is if I can even find it. I'm going a little more off-road with the truck than I anticipated today. That's all right. I don't know if this is for the trail or didn't have anything posted. I assume I should be okay back here. It's just a matter of turning around whenever I need to turn around and get to the end of it, but let's see what happens here, I guess. Sun came out, 70 degrees, a little humid, so wearing pants and a long sleeve shirt to try to keep the bugs down a little bit. It gets pretty warm. Don't mind if I look like a greasy, sweaty mess. Well, that's quite a drive back here. Snowmobile four-wheeler trail parked off to the side, so if anyone comes through, they won't hopefully see my truck sitting there, but looks like I have to trek through some woods. I don't see any discernible trails, so I'm gonna walk along until I find a good spot to go in. Well, I definitely regret not bringing waterproof boots. Well, they're semi-waterproof, but not waterproof enough for the swamp I just went through. Opened up a little bit more in here though. It's one of two ridges I have to cross, I believe. So, hoping there's not any more swampiness. I almost went head first right in, but I got over it. Oh boy. This is a lot bigger than I thought. In case you're wondering, there are no trails, no roads back here. At least not anymore. So I'm kind of making my own. This looks like a much better way down. Wow. It's pretty steep. Valley here should be the easiest way down. I'm gonna take that back up. Getting close to dark, so I'm trying to make this one quick, but I have to turn around and come back another day. It's too far. After the sun goes down, I don't want to be out here once the sun goes down, so. I can hear a creek or a river down there. I'll at least get to that point and see where we're at. All right. About halfway down this ravine. And the deeper I get, the darker it's getting, so. I'm gonna turn around this time, but I will be back in this area soon. Hopefully with a better route or a better map, but. Back up I go. On the way up, I found this little creek through here. It goes all the way down between the two bluffs here. I think the next time I'm out here, I'm gonna follow that down. Might be something along it. I don't know, because the road needed water, whether it was 5,000 years ago or 200 years ago. So. Like fairy tale forest. That's where I live. I'm in the middle of nowhere. I wouldn't have it any other way. Back to the swamp I got across. This ought to be fun. Well, here we go. Well, made her back to the truck. And it's a shame this one was a bust. I'm not gonna give up on it just for today, because I'll need a whole day. I'll get out to there and the other one nearby, so hope you enjoyed coming along with me today. There'll definitely be more coming down the pipe. Mix of different types of exploration stuff, between trying to find ancient mines or more modern mines, or mounds, you know, burial mounds or effigy mounds, anything of the sort. So I got a lot of stuff like that coming, just gotta find the weekend to do it. So until next time. Even though I didn't make it to that second mine, it gave me an idea of what I was gonna have to hike across to get to it, because I couldn't find any good roads that led to it. There is another mine north of where I was that looked like it had a trail up to it, but this second one I went to, I wish I had more time in the day. And I will be going back, hopefully, when my cousin Tyler, who did a lot of the research on these places, so shout out to him, thank you, man. When he comes up, we'll be taking a day and going out there, because it's going to be a hell of a hike if we don't find a better route in. But he's on the case for finding that, so let's hope we can find it in a safe manner. If you've made it this far in the video, I thank you very much for watching. It really means a lot. I'm putting a lot of time into this, probably more time than I should be, but it's a lot of fun. And I'm getting a lot of good feedback on some of these boots on the ground videos. Hopefully I can get more of these, and I will be doing informational videos like I have been, but it's a lot of fun getting out in the woods and just hiking around finding stuff. So let me know in the comments if you like these type of videos, or if you want some more of the informational videos. I can do both, but if one supersedes the other, I'm going to go with that one a little more often. So let me know in the comments. Also, in October, the American Artifact Preservation Society is having their annual conference in Harris, Michigan, October 2nd, 3rd, and 4th at the Island Resort Casino. This is their 20th anniversary year, and their main focus will be on the Michigan copper. So drop a link in the description for the sign up on that if you're interested. I'll be going. Cannot wait. It's a good, fun time. Meet a lot of great people. It really it's chock full of information and stuff that I had never known before, and I learned a lot in the 3 days I was there. So if you're interested, link will be in the description. Go check it out. And I want to thank you very much again for watching my videos. I'm going to keep pumping them out, hopefully weekly. So one more time, thank you, and we'll see you next week.